Riding on the Satisfactory nitrogen line Thursday evening rail. I could sing the rest of it, but I think I'll spare us both the pain. So yeah, it's a train. It's also a whole bunch of movement patterns. I've managed to figure out how some of those things work. Notice that there's a shocking regularity there. I think this has... let's see. It has one base piece for the train. This is composed of about 2 or 3 base pieces. A transition. One turn that you just turn whatever way I need to. One straight section. And one T. And it only took me an entire day to come up with the designs. And there is no greater time sink in this game than wasting time in blueprints. I'll tell you that much. It's like, nope, hang on, this is off by 1. Get 3 things built. Nope, whoops, that's messed up too. Yeah, it was what's that other limestone? So the North Road got replaced by a train line. Not sure I do any of the other ones. The only place that's even feasible is the South Road. That'd have to be its own train, and there's really nothing down there I need right now. I think my main reason I wasn't big on trains, I just like the dependability of belts. Right, like you know when a belt is moving. Belts are predictable. But I figured the very least I should do is have somebody teach me how trains work. We had multiple crashes due to playing with blueprints. Probably something to do with the blueprint I made. Just wasn't working properly. And shortly after, both of us quit in frustration. I came back and kind of got it working again. So in terms of production, made it up to cooling systems, heat sinks. The supercomputer building's finally done. It's plain but flashy, I guess is the word I would use for it. Plain but flashy. Oh yeah, and these weird cube things that I need to get. Finally unlock the last 3 parts of this phase. It's the 3 things in number 8. Head on up. I still really like the way the base came out. I like this slight problem. Okay, so the first thing, I want leading edge production first. So that's pipes, computers, and those. Thankfully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This working with the deep pockets thing, I'm liking this. 50 of them. And 100. I added supercomputers. Where are you? I know I added super. Did I not add supercomputer? They're there. 100 supercomputers. This deep pockets thing. I'm definitely liking it.
The Miner Mark III provides top-of-the-line resource extraction potential, making it even easier to contribute to project assembly. Project part number 8, the thermal propulsion rocket, is the most complex project part of this phase as it requires turbo motors, and thus requires your best.
Also unlocks turbo
Didn't
motors.
think pioneers such as you could get this far. I am glad we have both proven them wrong.
Didn't you tell me it was taking me too long to get the coal? Pause for that. Now this. So let me grab a. So either I have all the recipes I can get on this thing. Oh no, okay, still got stuff. Cause that opened turbo motors? Leading edge. Turbo motors and thermal propulsion rockets, yeah, so. Turbo motors I can't actually make yet, but saw some there in the pockets. How many do I need? 50? Particle enrichment 50, yeah. Found 50 of these things lying around on the map. Actually, we found more. But, there we are. When this thing comes back in about 3 minutes. I'm doing this in a way that I'm trying to get the fancy recipe. If I haven't looked at all the recipes, if there's any fancy recipes for these. That way I get them before I get those. And I realize there's recipes for them too. Bad experiences in general with nuclear power in the past in other games. Just waiting for that thing to come back here. 89 to... Picked up 600-ish watts. Because of the sheer amount of stuff that's involved in making all the things, I waited until the everything I'm making. I have a double box there. I have a double box and then the dimensional depot on top. So once everything's full, right? Once everything's full, the entire plant just kind of stops. Because nothing, like everything's full, nothing can go anywhere. Then when you turn it back on, you take something out of... Ooh, wow. There's a whole lot of stuff spooling up. Thankfully this blue line is still nice and low. Give me particle enrichment. How?
Milestone
Must
reached.
be...
Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory.
Careful.
Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact. Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting. My infrastructural choices have been mundane, to say the least. I have a feeling that that line was added just for Josh. So that gave me new resources. It didn't give me... What did it give me? It gave me... Right. Okay, so I have to actually... Yeah, I gotta do the nuclear power thing. What do you want? Much of that? Well, thankfully, our pockets are very deep now. So when the time is 20 minutes, good gravy. Well, I guess I'll have everything I need by then. Come on, big money, big prizes. Something new, something fun. That's it? It's got the steel rotor again? Seen that 100 times. Come on, really? Let me guess. I didn't get anything. Nothing new here. Had the steel rotor before. Give me fun recipes for new parts, not all this old junk. I don't want to take any of those. I'm going to get stuck with them again. One good thing. When I had to make these, I forgot I was making them for the longest time. I was busy doing a whole bunch of stuff. Screw it. I think I need these later. Those get used in the propulsion rockets, right? Search. Thermal propulsion rocket.
5 makes 2, so I need... That's some horrible math. 125 times 5, 750? Got enough, yeah. Same thing with supercomputers. When I got down to tearing the old plant down, I had an entire box of these things. So when it comes time to use them for project parts, I have a lot more than I need. At least hopefully. Hopefully. Now, you give me something good, I'm going to shoot you. I don't know what else I've done between now and then. Did that refinery? No, just a couple of buildings. It's been a few days since I recorded. A lot of it was just saving up parts and getting stuff ready. Because a lot of things were waiting for Mark III miners. Haven't really added anything else. Why are these things green? Is there a reason these things are green? The only resource I don't have access to right now is... Are you not? Ah, I cut the power up there, that's why. Yeah, as part of building that road. Part of building that train, I cut the power to these. I don't know, all that's up there is just oil and stuff. That I'll probably have to get to. It's not right now. Come on, hurry up. I'm tired of waiting. Oh, you're up there. You're just having a lunch break. We come back down. Now, if you paid attention to this line before, you know, there used to be quartz was the only thing that came in on it. On this road. And technically it still is. I made sure when I made the patterns, I included ample space, not here. I somehow completely forgot them in the train sections, but in the transition and the bridge parts, there is... I'm probably never going to need any of this stuff. But it's one of the things, like if I got to build a pattern for something, I'm going to build in all the things I need for the pattern. Including... I know these don't connect. The pattern starts here. You can tell by the fact that that thing stops there. Because I'm still new to making blueprints. I decided if I'm going to build this thing, it's going to have the ability to do more than one thing. So it's got room for... built-in room for 6 belts, and then you can, like, they drop down to the further, so if I really wanted to run 12 belts of stuff here, I could. I think the idea would be that I would... where I'm more inclined to use trains, right? I could belt stuff to a train station and have it picked up, rather than belting it all the way back. Pipe hangers, same kind of thing. If I had devoted myself to trains earlier on, right? It would have been belts come up, go in, go to the nearest station, train picks stuff up, train shows up with a giant pile of crap, half of which I don't use, and then sits there. Boop. And then when I got over here, there's a... what I didn't take into account was the lengths of everything. So this... that's a... where did I put this? That one is a bridge span. at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The transition. 2, 3. What I didn't take into account is the fact that the turns and the T's are only 4 wide. And then somewhere around here, something didn't quite match up. I'm not entirely sure why. It all should have, but something's a different size from something else. So next time I play this, everything's going to be the same length, so I don't have to worry about having to fill in spots. This was originally running a train over there. Ginger did a whole bunch of work running a train down here, which then I proceeded to immediately spit on, because I have no idea how I would put bridge piers under any of that. I watched some tutorials, and this is where my creativity maxed out. Modular parts like this. I am very good at things that have square edges. Things that are round, not so much. And then because something was sticking out of these, the blueprint maker is a little finicky. And I couldn't quite get things to line up if I had run a beam all the way to the end. It kept being like a 1/16 of a foundation off, which really got in the way of trying to make something look nice. I will endeavor to make it look do a better job in the future with it, though, because I had a lot of fun designing all the blueprints and stuff. It was an experience. I wish I'd started doing it earlier on. I didn't think I was going to make so much stuff that I would need blueprints, and now I realize how much of a time saver that would have been. The part that was really messing stuff up was trying to place things. Trying to place stuff with nothing underneath it, like just floating in the sky. Stupid me didn't realize you could just prefab a foundation. Oh, I'm going to run out of power. I could just prefab a foundation that costs absolutely nothing, and then just use it as a base. Don't know why I didn't think of that beforehand. Seems like something. All the other little things I made with the blueprint maker are like little collections of assemblers or refineries and stuff. Let's go see what the ma'am gave us this time. Okay, what do you got for us? More steel rotors? Ooh, instant plutonium and fertile uranium. Having never made this stuff before. No, that's a lie. We made it once, like last year. Made it a particle accelerator, 10 per minute. Wants a bunch of that stuff. It wants this wants a better recipe of that stuff. That's great. Are you lost? That requires nuclear waste. That's a few steps away from anything. You are. So you're telling me I can produce more? I can produce more of something. Just eats. Oh, it eats waste, just waste and silica. Or this thing over here, which I can make with. I'm gonna take this one. Yeah. Oh no, hang on. This makes it twice as fast. What do I even need this for? Non-fissile. Do I even need that for? So normally you would take uranium, waste, nitric. Oh god, I need nitric acid too, and sulfuric acid. That once. So it makes. I'm okay. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. You're telling me you want me to use less waste. Rather than using waste, I can use perfectly good materials. Why wouldn't I want to eat waste? Sorry, eat waste, yeah. Get my lifetime supply of calories in one burger. Or this thing, which normally wants weird stuff. So at 10 per minute, so working twice as fast, wanting aluminium. Is that concrete or is that copper powder? I can't tell, there's really shades. Case plutonium cells wants concrete, pellets. Pellets, I gotta go through this stupid rabbit hole. Stuff and waste makes pellets. Pellets now turn into things that can burn again. So I'm turning waste. Hang on. I'm turning waste, silica, and waste into that, which I can burn again. Moderately, mildly, highly. I have no idea. I should flip a coin and pick one, just to see how many people I make angry for having done so. or risk it again. Oh god, I hate nuclear stuff so much. So much. Is it on the map yet? Am I waiting for the thing to come back down? It's down. That. There. There's the other parts. Buildings and stuff.
Milestone reached. The nuclear power plant produces dangerous radioactive nuclear waste. Fix-It reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project assembly. Fix-It also reminds you that willful exposure to radiation will not result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces. Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible. Any unnecessary delays will be noted.
First you said I was going fast, now I'm going slow. Hey, if you're going to promise me extra arms, you should give me extra arms. If not extra arms, at the very least, additional hand slots. Just cause. Okay, now. Yep, everything's green again. I don't understand how that works. But now I can find uranium. Hooray! I know there's a uranium up there. Why? I don't. Yeah, it's not helping me. Show me the uranium, please. So that's way up on top of the world, and it's a terrible node at that. That. Is that it? 3 that I've uncovered. I'm sure there's more than that. There's probably a bunch over here. I gotta go turn it all back on again. Regardless, if because I have to get a nuclear power, that stuff is going to be handled very, very far away from the base, and I will happily train in things it makes rather than have a nuclear power plant next to my base. I hate nuclear so much, so goddamn much. Nuclear power is great in real life, it's terrible in the game, every game I've ever played. I'm gonna go suffer through that. And next time we meet, maybe we'll have a few extra arms. Can use maybe dual wield 2 guns. Waste ammunition twice as effectively. See you in the future.